Alright, so I figured why not? Let's do some 60 FPS, ultra settings. It's not a 4K. It's not a 4K. It's a checkerboard 1440p upscaled to 4K. Alright, kind of similar thing that the PlayStation 5 does on the God of War. Okay? Don't get mad. Your PlayStation 5 is not that super powerful. They still have to use some kind of checkerboarding to get that 60 FPS. Alright, so just calm down. This is a technology fact. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing pretty much the same thing. I got everything beefed up. The textures are maxed out, both on my NVIDIA and here on this game. I mean, I literally have maxed out everything. I just downloaded a bunch of other stuff to enhance the cloud dynamics, to make it more realistic. So this is like, I don't know how much more realistic can I go. So I have cranked everything up, okay? But it's not native 4K. What I'm trying to say here is that even with high-end PCs, running something like this on a native resolution like 4K or 8K, it's so demanding. Guys, we're so far... listen, until we get a quantum speed processing, I'm telling you, until we get a quantum speed processing, we're never going to hit that 8K 60 with the ultra settings. I'm just telling you right now. We're going to need some quantum speed processing, some computing that has quantum speed. That's like the only way. I know people with 3090. I know people with 3090 and they're having a difficult time. They're having a difficult time to achieve 60 FPS. And they got like i9 processor, I don't know how many cores, 23 cores, 19 cores, whatever. Ridiculous. They got like 32 gigs of RAM, some of them 64 gigs of RAM. And they got that, overclocked 3090 from Asus, and still they're having a difficult time reaching 60 FPS on 4K ultra settings. 8K, the best they can do in 8K is like 29 to 30. 8K with ultra setting is 29 to 30, and that's not bad. I mean, for 8K resolution. But my whole point is, the best we can do right now it's 1440p, 2560 by 1440. To hit that ultra settings at 60 FPS. And it looks good when it's checkerboard, when it's upscaled from a good source. If you got a good monitor, like I have a good 4K monitor here, so for me, 1440p, 60 FPS here looks fine and dandy. You guys are seeing 1080p because that's what YouTube will allow me to show you. Okay, YouTube doesn't allow me to stream in 1440p 60, so the best I can do is 1080p 60. Anyway, let's continue with this. Let's move on. By the way, there's also jet fighters. They got some jet fighters. This is Grand Canyon. This is up in Arizona, Grand Canyon. They have some jet fighters, couple of them. There are a bunch of European jet fighters. I forgot the name. One is a Typhoon, which is French, and there's another one that's, I believe, German. So there's both French and German, two jet fighters. I want to see the American jet fighters, dude. I want to see the U.S. Navy, Air Force. I want to see F-18. I want to see F-16. I want to see F-35. F15. Just give me F15, F18, and F16. And now F22 will never happen. You guys know that, right? F22 cannot happen. I have friends who are in the Air Force, and they told me you will never see F22. You might see some bullshit replica that's not correct, but the exact detailed replica of F22 Lightning, they cannot show you what's inside that cockpit. It's top secret. Only United States Air Force and United States government has that technology that's built inside the F22 Lightning. No one knows except those who are sworn not to ever speak about it. If any of these pilots speak about technology in F22, that's like treason. They can go to jail. I'm serious. That's how secret F22 is, and Lockheed Martin's working on even more kick-ass, badass secret jet fighters that are coming out down the pipeline. You're going to see that on the Top Gun Maverick, coming out this summer. You know. So we'll never see F22. We'll see F15. We'll see F16. Most likely F16 we'll see on Flight Simulator, and we'll see F18. You know, because other countries have F18 in Europe, our allies. F35, you know, it's a good fighter, but the Israel has it. Other countries have it. Japan has F35. Saudi Arabia has F35. So, you know, it's not like a big deal. F22 Lightning, forget about it. Only the United States has it. No one else can have it. I'm not bullshitting. So if you guys think I'm BSing, go check out the U.S. Air Force and go do some research on Lockheed Martin, and you'll see. Anyway, so how you guys doing? Sorry about that little introduction. Let me show you inside the cockpit, you know. Now, 60 FPS, is it smoother? Yes, it is. You know, everything looks more realistic. The reflection at the ultra settings, so everything is more fluid. Going through the clouds looks more fluid. I'm going to do that right now. So 1440p at the ultra settings, maxed out, 60 FPS. People ask me, what is my computer specs? Well, I've got the i7 processor, 97K, 3.8 gigahertz. I have 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance DDR4 RAM, and I also have obviously Thermaltake liquid cooling, which really helps, along with the Zotac overclocked 2060 Super, and that Zotac really has an excellent cooling on top of my Thermaltake liquid cooling that I have. So that's pretty much where I'm. Oh yeah, and two solid state drive from Samsung, 2050, 250 each, which comes combined in the different drives, DNF, 500 gigabyte solid state drive, and then I have an additional 2 terabyte Seagate mechanical drive. Well, let me let's go up in the clouds a little bit more. I want to like go further up in the clouds. These liveries, it's something that I acquired from the Microsoft store. I've been like, dude, buying shit from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Dude, I collected pretty much all of the airplanes that there are out there. Minus those 2 fighters that I need to buy. Let's go through the clouds. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I have a better idea. I have a better idea for you guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna open the door. Can I open the door? Yeah, open. Oh, it's locked. Oh, it's locked. Fine. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and we'll do it like this. See the reflection here? That's gonna look really good. Alright, so I'm gonna go super fast through these clouds. Now, this airplane, it's a airplane that they use for like students to learn how to fly. So it's not that super fast. It's not meant to be fast, but it'll be interesting to go through these clouds like this on a Grand Canyon here. So this is 1440p at the ultra settings. Here, just to kind of showcase that, because I know people want to see, you got to prove to people that you are at the 14. I understand, it's internet. People use all kinds of tricks and whatnot. You have to prove, you have to give the proof that you are really doing it at 1440p at ultra settings, everything maxed out. Another thing that it's helping here, and I think this is the important part for those of you who are using the flight simulator, I have unlimited data. I'm paying an extra $30 to have unlimited data. If I had data caps, let me tell you, this ultra settings rendering from the Azure, I would be paying like almost leasing a car. That's how much it would cost me to pay for the internet if there was data caps. So if you have data caps, please don't do this. Man, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. The amount of money you're gonna have to pay going over that limit. So make sure if you go with the Xfinity, I think Xfinity Comcast will give you a $30. You have to pay $30 extra. You pick a package, you choose a package, and then you pay an extra $30. So you got unlimited, no data caps, and they really don't have any. When you have that fixed unlimited data, it's always unlimited. So you never have to worry about that crap. The Xfinity is doing that. They just started doing that beginning of this year. So go check them out. I'm not sponsored by Xfinity, by the way. I'm just saying they have it. So they brought it back. AT&T, stay away from AT&T. AT&T is not doing it. Stay away as far as possible from AT&T. Xfinity, it's a lesser of an evil. At least they're giving you some option. At least they're giving you some option. I'm not saying they're perfect, but at least they're giving you some options. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Derek? Hey, man, Derek, sorry about today. I had like a bunch of stuff to take care of. It was just I'm busy, dude. It's one of those days when I had no idea. So many things were happening at once. Deadly Premonition 2, we can do it tomorrow. I promise we're gonna do it tomorrow, man. And look, you have every right now to cuss me out, say, hey, how could you do that, and made a promise. So I apologize to you, man. I really do. I shouldn't made a promise for something I couldn't keep, and that's on me. I apologize to you. I really do, man, sincerely, because I love you, my brother, and I just hate, that something happened I had to take care of, and just I was able to make one video about the PlayStation 5, but I had something unexpected I had to take care of, and just it was like downhill. Like the entire day just went like downhill. So I promise you tomorrow, I got my Nintendo right here. I got updated everything. It's happening tomorrow. It's happening. I'm gonna do it early. I promise you. So I sincerely apologize to you, Derek. I really do, man. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Derek, thank you for understanding, man. I really appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Dabish? Was it Dibaish? Man, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Dibaish 2004. I was pretty upset about data caps, but they since wised up and scrapped it. Yeah. And I think, man, here's the thing. During this pandemic, these internet service providers, they have opportunity to help people. They know that people are working from home, and they know that's consuming a lot of data. So why not give them the option of unlimited data? You know what I mean? So I'm happy to see that Xfinity stepped in and says, okay, the hell with it, man. We're not going to do this to people. People are working from home. Unlimited data, it's $30. I know for some people that could be expensive, on top of what you're paying, right? On top of the package, let's say you're paying for a package $75. Now you got to pay an additional $30. So that's $100 altogether because of that unlimited data cap. But remember, that $100, it's a peace of mind that because you're going to be having that unlimited data. It's always going to be $100. And I know it's for some people, but if you run a business, and you need that unlimited data, I mean, this is like the best option, the best silver lining. I like silver lining. It's what it is. I know it's not perfect, but this is the best silver lining that you can get. I swear. Listen, man, I'm gonna say it right now publicly. I swear to you, Derek, it's happening tomorrow because I already have mine. It's right here, dude. It's right here. I have my Nintendo Switch updated, ready to go. Don't worry, man. We're good. We're good for tomorrow. Trust me. It's just today something unexpected happened, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I was able to do that one video for PlayStation 5, and I'm really trying. Listen, guys, I'm really trying to spread. Listen, IGN. Listen. I never thought I'd say this, but IGN, they're now in my cool books. I'm not gonna call them informative garbage news because now they're finally starting to wake up to the fact that this is a problem. That this is really the scalpers are a big problem for the future consumers, and we all have to speak up against this. This is the only way that the Microsoft and Sony will wake up to the fact that, hey, we have to figure something out to avoid this. And also for NVIDIA. This was a big blow for NVIDIA as well, for AMD. So it's good to see that big YouTubers, even Review Tech USA, there's 8-Bit Eric, shout out to 8-Bit Eric. Everyone's trying out there to spread the message. Guys, it's like my friend JD, Jude Eddie, JD, met you, Fritz. It's like he said on a comment, this is very simple. All we have to do, it's discipline ourselves. What is a discipline? Discipline means don't buy from scalpers. I don't care if it's $700 or $800. I don't care. Please don't pay that extra $200. Don't do it, because when you purchase it from them, you know what you're doing? You're basically supporting them. You are saying it's okay. We support this. We're okay with this. We support this. This is our way of supporting you. Please don't do that, man. I know you want that PlayStation. You don't think I want it? You don't think Derek wants it? You don't think Dibashi 2000? Everybody wants it. Who doesn't want it? I mean, that's a stupid question. But we waited this long. Come on. We can wait. Besides, they just delayed Gran Turismo 7. So Gran Turismo 7 is not coming out this year. That's kind of a good news. So I don't have to rush out. I mean, look, you don't have to buy it. PlayStation 5 this year. You can wait. If we stop buying from scalpers, they're going to go bankrupt. That's it. You got to hit them where it hurts them the most. Where do you hit them? You hit them in their pockets. Let them go bankrupt. Let them eat their own consoles. Let all those consoles, they're sitting in the warehouses, in their garages of these scalper groups. Let them eat their own consoles. Let them eat it for lunch, dinner, breakfast, and then some. So I don't care if it's $800. I know they're going to say, oh, but it's only $800. I don't care. Even if it's $750, I don't care. Even if it's $750 with the 4 controllers, I don't care. Do not buy it. Guess what? You don't know what you're getting. You might not get those 4 controllers. You might get broken PlayStation 5. Okay, let's say you pay $750 plus tax, shipping and handling, $800, and the console arrives, and it's split, and it's broken, it's scratched up. You can hear the stuff, the inside, and the blue LED light's not working. The eject button's not working. It's broken. What are you gonna do? Whom are you gonna return it to? Where are you gonna get your refund? Why support them and then take a risk? I mean, I really, man, I'm just, my head's about to blow up. I don't understand. 60,000 people around the world have already spent 2,000 pounds plus extra quids, or 2,000 euros, or $2,000, $3,000 for these consoles, for one console. I mean, are you really that desperate? How could you be that desperate, man? I mean, and then support these scumbags. What you're doing is you're supporting these scumbags, man. I'm really, man. I'm beyond belief. What's up, JS? How you doing, brother? You flag all their ads all day long. 8-bit fake Eric. Okay, 8-bit fake Eric. Come on, man. He's a good guy. He's really trying to help. You know what I mean? He's trying to help people. You know. And he speaks against these scalpers. He speaks against them. And that's a good thing. Some people say that he might have bought it. No, he didn't buy it from them. I said, but how do you know? Come on. I don't think he would do that, man. But people say, but you don't have any proof. Okay, I'll just go on a gut feeling. I know I don't have a proof that I don't know. But I'm just simply saying I have a gut feeling that he didn't buy his console from scalpers. Okay? So let's get back to the flying. Let's do some maneuvers here. You gotta remember, this airplane is not that fast, so there's only so much we can do here. Let's spread the wings. I put a GoPro camera on the wing, so let's go dive deep down. Let's go a little bit closer to the ground. I love the you know what? When you're running at 60 FPS, you have much better reflection. Everything reflects more realistically. And this is all the real Grand Canyon in Arizona and Utah. I think I'm in Utah right now. I'm sorry. I'm in Utah. And this is as real. This is all real. This is real rendering. This is where they found that they filmed Planet of the Apes down here, and you can tell why they filmed Planet of the Apes with what's his name, the famous actor. He passed away. He was old. The guy who was in Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston. You know. This is where they filmed the Planet of the Apes, the original. And you can tell why it was filmed up here. Also, Broken Arrow was filmed up here with John Woo, John Travolta, and Christian Slater. Broken Arrow was a great movie. You guys know what the Broken Arrow stands for, right? Is when you're missing an airplane with a nuclear warhead. That's a broken arrow, and it's not good. It's not fucking good at all. That's the worst nightmare. You never want to hear that. If you're in the Pentagon, you never want to hear that. Broken arrow. Holy mother of God. You never want to hear that. That's the worst nightmare. For everyone. It was a good movie, by the way. And this is also... I don't know if this is the area. It's probably down south, a little bit more south, where they found the monolith. That monolith in Utah. Oh yeah, I can do whatever I want to do. I can do whatever the heck I want to do. I can make a movie I can make like an IMAX movie like this. You know, do this and then do this. I can do like a little IMAX movie and just like have a good time. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do, and this is just the beginning. Wait till the modding comes in. When they put the modding, oh, you'll see all sorts of crazy things happening, man, with moddings and all that. Oh, you'll see the X-Wings, Star Wars. You'll see all kinds of craziness. You'll see UFOs in the multiplayer. You'll see all kind of craziness. It's gonna be great. Yeah, Broken Arrow. John Woo's, listen, man. I don't know why John Woo stopped making Hollywood movies. He made 3 great Hollywood movies. Mission Impossible 2 was probably the best Mission Impossible. What a fucking badass movie. And that Hans Zimmer soundtrack. Mission Impossible 2 was badass in 2000. That was John Woo. Face Off was awesome. John Woo. Broken Arrow. John Woo. I don't know why he stopped making movies in Hollywood. And Hard Target. What's his name? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Hard Target. Hard Target, man. That was fucking awesome too. So he made some pretty good movies in Hollywood, but he stopped. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know, JS. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. But all of these, I know that the Escape from New York, one of my favorite Kurt Russell movies, and the movie that inspired Hideo Kojima to make Metal Gear. You guys know that, right? He was inspired. It's not Rambo. Sure, he borrowed some elements from Rambo, but maybe the Colonel was borrowed from Rambo. But it was really the Escape from New York that inspired Hideo Kojima. He even used the name Snake. You know, the Kurt Russell's character was Snake Plissken. And it says, whenever somebody calls him, Plissken, will you do this for us? And then Kurt Russell goes like, name Snake. And even David Hayter tried to sound like Kurt Russell, Snake Plissken. Just a little scoop for you if you guys didn't know that. Now, he did borrow something from Rambo as far as the Colonel. Colonel, you know, there's a little bit of that, but it really wasn't the Rambo. A lot of people got it wrong. It's not Rambo. It was Escape from New York. He was very influenced. Hideo Kojima was super influenced by pop culture from United States, America. I mean, who wasn't? The entire world was influenced, you know, with the movies like Escape from New York, you know, Top Gun. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, right? So he was influenced by that in Japan. What's up, Desperado? How you doing, man? Here we are, 60 FPS, man. We're going to do some crazy maneuvers here. Make sure you guys don't throw up, man. I hope you didn't eat anything. We're going to go this way. Go like this. And go a little bit like that. I'm trying to do my best not to crash, okay? Tomorrow we're doing Deadly Premonitions 2, okay? I was going to do it today, but I had some stuff going on. Something unexpected happened, and I was like, Christ. You know. What's up, Holtz? Hans Zimmer. Oh, Hans Zimmer is a legend. Next to Jerry Goldsmith. Listen, Hans Zimmer, it's right up there. Next to Jerry Goldsmith and John Williams. I know he doesn't like to put himself, because to him, John Williams and Jerry Goldsmith, they are the legends. To him, they inspired him. They're legends. But to me, I would say Hans Zimmer proven himself in the course of 30 years. 30 years. Proven himself that he's an outstanding composer. What he was able to do A lot of people were afraid to use synthesizers with the orchestra. Even to this day, John Williams doesn't use synthesizers with the orchestra. Jerry Goldsmith, strictly symphony orchestra. Hans Zimmer was the first guy in 1980s to utilize synthesizers, electronic music with synthesizers with a symphony. And it worked great with the movies like Black Rain. He composed the Black Rain soundtrack. He composed Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington. He composed Tom Cruise movie, Dustin Hoffman. What was the name of that movie? Rain Man. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. True Romance. He did True Romance. You know, that beginning of the song, that how it starts, such a beautiful melody. That movie, in the beginning, he set the whole mood of that adventure, of that movie, True Romance, which was directed by Tony Scott, written by Quentin Tarantino. That whole music theme in the beginning set the tone for what's coming next in the movie. The Lion King, he did a soundtrack for Lion King, and of course The Dark Knight, Gladiator, Mission Impossible 2. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. Backdraft, he did Backdraft. You guys remember that movie? One of my favorite firefighter movies. Firefighter mean, you know, fireman. It's about the Chicago fire department. They really pay an homage to Chicago Fire Department. No CGI back then. Everything was done real. It was coordinated very carefully. They had to go through training to learn how the fire breathes and how it runs. Kurt Russell, William Baldwin, Robert De Niro. Dude, the fucking A-cast. It's just fucking amazing movie. If you haven't seen the Backdraft, go watch it. You know, you know, they don't make movies like this anymore. These are like, we'll never see movies like that anymore. I mean, that's like once in a lifetime. Honestly, great movie. Yeah. Yes, he was also, yeah, that's true too, Holt. Bond movies. Yes. That's right. He had a patch. His name was Pliskin. And whenever the Levon Cliff inspired him to make a revolver Ocelot. Remember in the beginning of the, guys, one of these, if I could, I would do it right now. If I could, I would do it right now. But I cannot play a movie on the YouTube. But I would dissect every little tiny detail that Hideo Kojima borrowed from Escape from New York. Of course, we got to give credit to John Carpenter. John Carpenter also, he directed that movie. He composed the music. He's also a musician. John Carpenter, it's a musician. He composed that soundtrack for all of his movies. John Carpenter is a legend. Halloween, he composed the Halloween. Directed the Halloween. He did the movie called The Thing with Kurt Russell. He did a bunch of movies with Kurt Russell. So John Carpenter composed that, directed that movie. And there's a scene with Levon Cliff. He plays this guy who's in charge of this, security armed forces. They are keeping Manhattan at bay. Like Manhattan's obsolete. That island, it's cut off from rest of the United States. And he's in charge of that, that security. And when he was talking to Snake, Kurt Russell, he kept using that revolver, checking the cylinders to see how many bullets he's got. And I think that's where Hideo Kojima got the whole Ocelot revolver. And the guy even looks like Ocelot revolver. Look at Levon Cliff. looks exactly like Ocelot revolver. And of course, Solid Snake, Big Boss, Big Boss Snake. That's Snake Plissken. Even sounds like Snake. And then you look at Rambo. Richard Crenna is the Colonel that he borrowed from Rambo First Blood, because that's really Colonel Campbell. Colonel Campbell, that's Richard Crenna in Rambo First Blood. That's exactly that he got inspired from. So I'm just giving you these little clues as to where Hideo Kojima got inspired for Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid. He said it, dude. He admitted he said it on an interview that he got inspired by American pop culture, especially him in living in Japan. He got super influenced by that. You guys can go research this, look it up. It's not Rambo. A lot of people think it's Rambo. It's not Rambo. It's Escape from New York. And there's also people out there on the internet saying that it's not, that it was a Rambo. It was really Escape from New York. Of course, he borrowed from Rambo. He borrowed the Colonel Campbell. That Colonel that was played by Richard Crenna in First Blood with Sylvester Stallone. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's do this. Let's make a movie. Let's make our own movie, man, with a GoPro camera. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Come on, loop. Let's do this. Hold on. Wow, look at this. I'm gonna crash, guys. That's it. All right, let's restart this, and let's use. I have a better idea. Let's use something faster. Let's use something faster. Something faster, man. That's what we need. I know exactly what I'm going to do next. I have a pretty good idea. I'm going to set this up for you guys. Glen Canyon Dam, right there. That's where we at, Utah. Set a departure, and we're gonna go ahead and select something else. We're gonna go with this bad boy right here. And we're gonna fly it right now. Glen Canyon Dam. There we go. Set as departure. Monument Valley. Set as arrival. Let's go. Yeah, man, all of those classic movies should be in 4K. Escape from New York, I need to purchase that. Escape from LA, I need to purchase that as well. The Thing in 4K, I need to listen. All of these classic movies, I need to purchase. Even Apocalypse Now in 4K. Like, what am I doing? These are collector's items, man. I have 2001 Space Odyssey, but I need to collect all these other 4K movies. Go ahead, Derek. I'll be here. And tomorrow it's going to be great, man. We're going back to Nintendo. We're going back to, what you call it? Deadly Premonition 2. Oh, you guys are going to love it. Look at the graphics. Look at this. I'm just putting something in my mouth, man. I'm sorry, guys. Some kind of, I don't know. Chips? Let's have fun with this, shall we? Let's go. Look at this. You can see the monuments down there. Look at that. Look at that, bro. Ultra settings. I think this is what's gonna happen with the Xbox Series X. They're gonna use the checkerboard 1440p, upscale to 4K with HDR to keep that 60 FPS at the ultra settings. It's not gonna be native 4K. Trust me. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a $500 console. In order for you to achieve something like this with a $500 console, that's pretty darn good on your OLED TV. I'm just giving you my, technical aspect point of view. And I'm pretty sure Richard from Digital Foundry would agree with me that most likely they're going to do that. That's what most likely they will go for. The team from Asobo, Microsoft. Oh, you buy them on the Apple TV? Well, that works. If you love digital stuff, that's fine. But I prefer physical media, man. I gotta have, even though the chances of Apple TV going out of business, that will never happen. So you never have to worry about that. Apple's here to stay forever. But I prefer to have a physical media, man. So if I go somewhere in a cabin, in the woods, and there's no internet there, I can bring my 4K player, my Oppo, and I can watch my physical media. You know what I mean? Let's say you want to go out, live in the woods, and you have a generator or something, or you got one of those, what you call it, solar panels on the roof, then you can use that as well. But having that physical media and all those movies and physical media is truly going to help you. Desperado, that's a good question. Man, Desperado, you do ask some good questions when it comes to PC, like some good technical questions. It's possible. That's a good question. They'll give people option of 4K 4K 30 native, and then checkerboard 4K 60 performance. And when we talk about 4K upscale, that's not the same thing, all right? Remember, we're not talking about the same. It's not the same as, it's not a 4K. It's just a upscaled 4K. That's why they call it upscaled. That's why my name it's Mr. 4K Upscaler. Okay, we're upscaling. We're not running. Then my name wouldn't be Mr. 4K Upscaler. It would just be Mr. 4K. But because we got to upscale that source resolution to fit 8.3 million pixels, that's what the upscaling does. but it's not the same as native. Native gives you that cleanest, sharpest image on that resolution. So you should try this too, man. Why don't you do this, Desperado? Why don't you go to your flight simulator and choose 1440p ultra settings? JS, good point. No loss of compression with physical media. Thank you. Lossless sound. The bit rate is constant. Come on. Nothing can compare to my Oppo. Watching The Dark Knight on my Oppo physical media with my HDMI 2.1 on my C10, nothing can come close. Nothing will ever come close to that. Nuh-uh. Watching Tenet on that IMAX sequences through physical media on my Oppo, on my OLED, nothing can replace that. No way, Jose, no way. Physical media always will exist in some way, in shape, and form. Look at the vinyl. Vinyl came back, right? People got tired of downloading music digitally. People got tired of being required to have an internet to listen to music. I got over thousands of CDs. I got to show you. And I got some vinyl records here and there. I need to collect some more. But look at vinyl. Look how many vinyl records are available right now. It's amazing. All right, let's do this. Hold on. I promised I was going to do this. Hold on. Here, people asked me to do it. We'll do it. Hold on. There we go. This is going to get super real. Keep an eye on the reflection. Going at 60 FPS, ultra settings, ultra Azure data that's being implemented here. Look at this. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm gonna get down to the canyon. Wait till I get my jet fighters, man. When I get my 2 jet fighters here, this is gonna be insane. How fast we're gonna go through this. It's expensive because it costs more money now, I guess, to produce these 4K movies. I paid $35 for Tenet, but listen, I don't regret it. It's a physical media. I'm gonna have it forever. I still have my 3D Blu-rays. I got over, let me see, 189, including the Thor Ragnarok. 189. Man, I need to start doing these videos. I gotta show you what I have. All right, Desperado. I think it's time. Cat's out of the bag, and I gotta show people what I've got. People need to see. I do have a lot of stuff. It'll be a long video, right? It's a long set of videos from 3D Blu-rays. If you guys were at my house, you guys would never leave. You guys would stay here forever. That's it. This will be like refuge camp for you guys. When shit hits the storm, you guys come here and you stay here, and that's it. I'll sleep in the basement, and you guys stay here and enjoy the media and have a good time. Have a jolly good old time. So yeah, JS, it's expensive because due to this pandemic, it's difficult for them to get people to work, to get the labor to work on these DVD, Blu-ray jackets, and it just takes more time. It's more expensive to do it. Look at this Grand Canyon, man. Unbelievable. Let's go through this cloud here. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Come on, Top Gun. Where's Mr. Maverick? Through the fire, through the wire. No, I shouldn't be singing that, man. There's gonna be a copyright. Mr. 4K, you can't even sing that song. It's a copyright immediately. Yeah, it's amazing. This is hands down the most realistic. It's the love letter to aviation. Flight Simulator 2020. It's a love letter to aviation, and it's only gonna get better and better. This is just the beginning. We haven't seen anything yet. When you see this on my OLED, my C10 48-inch OLED with the HDMI 2.1 ultra high speed, it's 60 FPS with HDR, it is just simply insane. No, don't crash, Mr. 4K, don't crash. Oh my God, no. Can we survive this? No, I crashed. It was gonna happen anyway. Oh my God. Can we hold on. Wait, it's still not lost. We can make this. We can do it. Hold on a second, guys. Wait a minute. There's still a chance here. Come on, come on. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's go, let's go. Come on. Come on, Dylan. Oh my God, Dylan. This is crazy. Look what I'm doing, dude. This is insane. I'm driving. God. What the fuck are you doing? No, I think we're done, man. Can we still make it? I'm gonna try. Hold on. I'm gonna try. I know, look at that ice. Wait a minute, it's not all lost. Maybe we can do it. Nah, we cannot do it, man. It's over. It's over, guys. This could be like an open world game. This is like the... It looks so good, man. It is an open world. Come on. Mr. 4K, let's go, man. Get your shit together, man. Hold on, let's go. You can do this, bro. Come on. I believe you. I believe I can fly. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's not have a broken arrow here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Come on. I believe in you. I believe. Hold on. Let's go. Come on, Dylan. I think I broke something. A lot of things I have broke. Let's go. Oh God. Let's go. Come on, man. Forget it. We'll do this. We'll go to the main menu and we'll choose something else. We'll choose a different airplane. Hold on. We'll choose a different airplane. Don't worry. I know, it'd be crazy. Imagine if there was somebody on the ground. They were just like walking around, you know, hiking and all that, and they see a fucking airplane landing. What the fuck? All right. Let's go. Let's pick another airplane. Let's do this. We're gonna go to same exact spot. Where was it? I forgot where the hell it was. It was here somewhere. Oh, look at that, Roswell. Hey, Roswell. Wait a minute. Sedona. So it's right here. This is Utah. We're going to Utah. Set as departure. And we're going to go with... we'll play it safe, dude. We'll play it safe. We're going to play it safe. This is what we're going to do. We're going to play it safe. There we go. Got plenty of gas. We're going to choose... This looks very nice. Which one do you guys prefer? Which one of these liveries do you guys prefer? Let's go with this one. How about this one? Let's go with this one. There we go. And you want to go over Hollywood Hills? Oh, I can do that. Not a problem, dude. We can do that. How about this? We'll start from LAX and then go through downtown LA, and then we're gonna go fly over to Hollywood Hills. Yeah. Here we go. We'll go to Los Angeles, and we'll do the entire flight with a GoPro camera on the wing. So as we're flying out, you'll see everything from the wing. You'll see downtown LA. Maybe you'll recognize some of the areas. You'll see a Staples Center. And then Bob Hope Airport. Right next to Bob Hope Airport, that's where the Hollywood Hills, that's where the Hollywood sign is. And then just a little bit north of it, you got Beverly Hills. Anyway, let's go. I should be a tour guide for LA. You know, a lot of people ask me, how come you never get lost? Dude, I'm good at memorizing shit. Whenever I go somewhere, I'm good at memorizing it. I just have that gift. I just memorize. I know where I'm at. I know exactly where I'm at. Like, okay, I know where I'm at. You know, I can just tell you right away where I'm at. We're going to do it. We're going to have a good time, man. It's going to be great. It's going to look really good. It's going to look super realistic. And we're going to go slow. We're going to fly slow so you can check out the detail of Los Angeles downtown and then going up to Bob Hope Airport. What the hell is this? I didn't say Grand Canyon. Ugh. I'm sorry. We got to get out of here. I never said Grand Canyon. Sorry. I made a mistake. I'm sorry, guys. We got to go back. I made a mistake. We were going back to Grand Canyon, Utah. We got to go to California. I apologize. Go ahead. Go grab a wine. Sorry about that, man. JS. I screwed up. I'm such an idiot sometimes. I am. There's no question. Here we go. Set as departure. And then we got to go... There's Bob Hope. Right next to Bob Hope. That's where the... No, hold on. Wait a minute. Set as departure. And then Bob Hope. There's Hollywood sign. Set as arrival. There you go. See, I told you. It's right next to Bob Hope. There's Bob Hope, and there's a Hollywood right there. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this. We're gonna set this up, make it look nice. We're gonna do it at what is the best time to do it? Oh, I'll tell you. "9:20 in the morning is the best time to do it." So we're gonna go back, go to world map, and we're good to go. Let's go. It's gonna be great. We're gonna use this small airplane because it's this small airplane. It's so good for scenery. You want to experience the scenery, to see everything. I wish I could play a music for you, but I can't. Maybe I could play some uncopyrighted, royalty-free music or something. Or maybe I should create my own music. I have a piano. I should create my own music and put it out there. Right? Like, why do you create your own shit, Mr. 4K? Why do you need someone else's crap? You create your own shit. Be original, man. I should do that. I used to have a SoundCloud page. I used to make some music and stuff. My brother, he's a really good musician, man. He's so good with that piano. He's like a Hans Zimmer. He's pretty good at that stuff. I got a 72 keynote Casio keyboard piano. Tomorrow's a big day, Derek. All day long. Deadly Premonition. Saturday and Sunday. Deadly Premonition. Listen, Deadly Premonition too. It's fun time. We'll have a good time. Trust me, we'll have a great time. It's funny. It's comedy. It's goofy and that annoying music. We'll have a great time with that thing, man. I know Derek cannot wait. He's like counting the hours. Even I cannot wait to get back to Deadly Premonition too, man, honestly. And to get back to Nintendo, my Nintendo Switch, man. You know, I've totally abandoned Nintendo. Like, it just sits here like a Jehovah's Witness. It's time for me to get back into Nintendo. Now, this is going to take a little long time to load because Los Angeles, you know, it's a big city. A lot of stuff there to be rendered. What is it, like 8 million people or 10 million people? I know that the LA County is what, 18 million or more? I don't know. I mean, these numbers could be wrong. I mean, I'm just kind of guessing. Here we go. We are ready. We're going to put a GoPro camera. I call it a GoPro camera. We'll put it on the wing. It's going to be good. We're going to do that right now. Hopefully everything's okay. Hold on. I think so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. I was worried there for a minute. I was. Really. Genuinely, I was worried. Okay. So, we'll keep it like this. Like that. And we're going to do this. Let's go. Can I hear it? Yeah, I can hear it. Oh, they will enjoy it. It's so much fun. It's such a goofy, fun game. Even Animal Crossing, it's so relaxing, dude. Playing Animal Crossing, it's so relaxing. I love that game, dude. I like Animal Crossing. All right, so I'm gonna fly really slow, so you guys can see, you know, LAX. Pretty good, huh?
No Boeing 24 Heavy continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Look at all the cars parked on the top, on the parking, the Galleria. First, we're gonna go to Hollywood Hills, and then we're gonna make our way to downtown LA. Okay. There's Santa Monica. Hey, look at that city, man. It's gonna be good. You guys are gonna love it. Hold on. Turn that off. Turn everything off.
No Boeing 24 Heavy, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Los Angeles Tower, no Boeing 24 Heavy, frequency change.
There's a stadium right there. Let's look at the stadium. It's better like this, right? You get to see a little bit better. You know, it's like a GoPro. There's a downtown LA right over here. You see how far it is from the LAX. It does feel like a GoPro camera. Like we put a GoPro camera on this wing. I remember when I first saw the announcement of Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I knew right away that this is going to be like love letter to aviators. And look at all these pilots now coming out of the woodwork. Commercial pilots, Navy, U.S. Air Force pilots coming in, playing this. Also DCS. It's another, I think majority of Air Force pilots, they play DCS because of the F-16, F-15, F-14, you know, F-18. It looks great. I have DCS. DCS is super realistic in terms of like the detail on the plane. Everything, it's licensed, accurate, 100%, you know. If you guys never played the DCS. Oh, it is super windy. I can feel it. It vibrates. Listen. It vibrates like what you call that thing that the chicks are using these days? Little mice. I call it a little mouse or whatever the hell they call it. You know, the little pink thing they shove it in. You know. Here we go, Hollywood sign. Right there. Give you a little better perspective. It looks realistic. I mean, it looks real to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? There, we're gonna go to downtown LA. We're gonna make our way to downtown LA, but first we're gonna go over here. Check out the Hollywood sign. We're gonna slow down a little bit. Yeah, I would love to see a really realistic space game. Look at these cars down there. Is that Pacific Highway? I don't know, is it? I don't know. Probably a 405. I don't think it's Pacific Highway. It's on Santa Monica the other way. There's the Hollywood sign right there. Okay, we're gonna slow down a little bit so you guys can see it. We'll make 2 loops around it. There it is, Hollywood. Don't worry, I'll go around again. I'll come around. We're gonna see the Hollywood sign again. I'm gonna make a little loop right here. There's Bob Hope. There's Hollywood right here. Hold on, I gotta remove this. Here we go. There's Hollywood. And there's Los Angeles right there, downtown. You can see it from Hollywood perfectly. Oh shit, there's the sign right there. There it is. Hollywood. Hold on. If this doesn't look real, I don't know. It is real. This is all from the Azure data center through satellite being rendered. There it is. Now we're going to go to downtown LA. This is where traffic gets really bad. Look at this. Look at that smoke. All the... But you know what? There's a lot of Priuses, Toyota Priuses in Los Angeles. And I'm glad that there's a lot of Toyotas, hybrids, and electrical cars and Teslas. If one city needs Teslas, it's Los Angeles. If one city needs hybrids, eco-hybrid, you know... and these hybrid Toyotas are now... actually, they're not that expensive, like $25,000. You can trade in your car and shave that price to maybe $19,000 or $20,000. They're like 58 miles per gallon on a highway. No, on a city, I'm sorry. 58 miles per gallon on a city. And 53 miles per gallon on a highway. I'm butchering this now. I'm a terrible car salesman. Basically, 58 miles per gallon on the city and 53 on the highway. That's not bad. For the city, 58 miles per gallon. And highway... Did I say... Oh, fuck it. Anyway... 58 city, 53 highway. So you saving a lot of money on gas. I'm butchering this right now. I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna save a lot of money, dude, on the gas, and you're also helping the environment, especially if you live in a big city like this. You know. Thank you, Mike. I know, I totally fucked that up, man. 58 miles per gallon on the city and 53 on the highway. I'm a terrible Toyota salesman. People say this guy's confusing me. I don't know. Is it 58 on the city or 58 on the highway? Thank you, Mr. Urban, man. I appreciate it. How you doing, brother? I saw your comment today about the PlayStation 5. I totally, bro. I totally resonate with you. I totally get it. Let's go to South Central. Hold on. Campton. Let's go south. Let's go to the jungle. The jungle. Maybe go to Desperado, East LA. Go visit Desperado, man. He's out there with the machete, with Danny Trejo. Yes, highway's always better mileage. It's true, Mike. And they're pretty good price, man. Toyotas are selling like crazy. Toyota Corollas, you can get a Toyota Corolla for even Toyota Corolla for $19,000. You get like 33 miles per gallon on a highway, which is pretty darn good, man. Pretty darn good. That's why Toyota. That's why you see so many Toyotas, because people just want here's what people want. There's the LA River. That's where the Terminator. People want reliability, right? People want something that's reliable, good on the gas, and you know, they don't have to every week go to the gas station to fill up that gas tank, or change an oil every freaking 2.5 months. You know what I mean? People want reliability and affordability, and I think Toyota is the king of that. Even their trucks, Toyota Tundras, Tacomas, I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about Toyota. Honestly, I even if there is, I would like to hear it. They're great cars, man. Toyota. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Honda. Hondas are great too, but when you look at Toyota, that's the king. Here in North American market, Toyota is just, they're making a killing. It's not just here in North America, it's the most sold car, period. Especially Toyota Corolla. That car sells like every 5 minutes. Or something like that. It is crazy how much it sells. Is that AT&T? Oh my God, AT&T is right there. Well, they built a new AT&T there? I see it. There's the Staples Center. There's the E3 show. Is there going to be... No, there won't be E3 show this year. You know it's not going to happen. We're not going to have an E3 show. There's Staples Centers. Man, I still can't believe it's been, what, a year that Kobe Bryant, Mamba, that he died and his daughter died. I still can't believe it, man. I mean, he was such a great guy, man. Like, he tried to help. I mean, he always looked after other people, you know. There's videos of him, even when there's an accident or something, He stops his car, he gets out, helps the people, and calls the 911. And he's always out there putting himself first to help others. What a great person we lost, man. And his daughter, what an angel. Man. And I don't know. I mean, what happened? Like, the fog and the zero visibility that day in January. Was it January? Yeah, it was the middle of January. That day, it was zero visibility, a lot of fog, a lot of haze. I'm surprised that the pilot didn't say to Kobe, "Hey man, we're taking too much risk here. Let's just take a limo." Okay, so if we're a little bit late, so what? Let him wait. I would rather be late than, God forbid, dead. And I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened. A lot of people are having difficult time. They're scratching their heads that Kobe would take that risk. Him knowing that there's a zero visibility, thick fog, to be taking that helicopter, knowing that his daughter is there, knowing that other people are there, to take that risk. I don't want to jump into any conspiracies. I know there's people out there doing that, but it's just something. It bothers me something about that. Like, I don't think he would take that risk. He would rather be late and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be late. We're gonna take a limo, but we'll be there at that certain time." Okay, people, they're not gonna listen. No one's gonna complain if he's late a little bit. They'll understand. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? It's just something doesn't add up. And I never wanted to talk about it because it's something that I always try to avoid. But it really bothered my conscience. Like this, when something doesn't make sense, it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Like, why would he make that decision? Why would he take that risk? And they haven't mentioned it not one since. Ever since that thing happened, they haven't mentioned that. They haven't looked into the case again. They haven't investigated further. I don't know. It's just I guess we'll never know. I can't stress about it. I guess we'll never know what really went down and how it went down and I think this is why people always have a difficult time hearing the official story. Like, here's the official story. That always bothered not just me, but a lot of people. Same thing with Tupac Shakur. Las Vegas Strip. I mean, right next to MGM Grand. Are you kidding me? We'll go to Las Vegas next. Are you kidding me? I've been to Vegas many times. There's thousands of cameras on the street, on the overbridge, crossing from MGM to New York. Listen, man, there's cameras everywhere on that strip. Cameras are even in the toilet. There's a camera. I'm exaggerating, but there's cameras everywhere. No one saw anything. Then there's no eyewitnesses. There's no video feed. This is why there's conspiracies, because of this official story. This is the official story. And that's why these conspiracies are born, because people don't buy what they're selling us with the official story. Because the official story doesn't make any sense. And when something doesn't make any sense, you know what we can do? We can fly to Las Vegas from here. Yeah, we can go to Nevada from here, dude. Yeah. Why not? Go to the desert. Why not? But anyway, the only reason I brought it up is because of the Staples Center. That's the only reason why. Because we were in Los Angeles and we're passing next to Staples Center, and it's just kind of, it reminded me of what happened last year. What a shitty year! What a shitty year last year, man. You know what, guys? I had tough years. Let me tell you something. I had tough. I call them tough years. And I was able to manage through those tough years. But this, what 2020 brought, I was like pure out of hell. It's like straight out of hell. It was like straight out of hell for 12 months. I've never experienced anything quite like it, man. I'm serious. What 2020 has, this got to be hands down the worst year. At least for us. This generation, for us, it has to be one of the worst years, period, man. I can't think of anything good. I'm trying to think of anything good last year. I can't. That's how horrific and terrible that year was, man. Again, we all had tough years. We all had bad times here and there. But nothing quite like what we experienced in 2020. Just crazy. Yeah, Desperado. But look, I mean, it's so hard to talk about it. Him and his daughter, probably would have become WNBA, women basketball. She would be playing in the basketball. She'd probably be the greatest basketball player in the women's league. I mean, so many things, man. I mean, the future was just beginning. I'll never understand this whole thing, man. Somebody once told me, after that war in Bosnia, and by the way, big thanks to Eagle, U.S. Army Rangers, and the Eagle base in Tuzla. The U.S. soldiers, really, man. Dude, I could cry right now. I mean, I'm about to tear. I have so much respect for these guys, women and men, both women and men, all walks of life in the U.S. military, and what. I mean, I'm gonna cry, man. They know how difficult the situation is between the Serbs, Croats, and Bosnian Muslims, and they're there trying to keep that peace. They're there rebuilding that bridge on Brčko, that Sava River going from Tuzla to Croatia, and they're building the bridges. They're there to build the bridges. It was so symbolic when the U.S. troops were there. It was so symbolic. They're building the bridges. They're bringing everybody together. Something so great came out of that hell that I was in for 5 years, and then U.S. troops coming in with the I-4 peacekeeping force, dude, it left such a big impact on me, and such a great respect for the U.S. troops, and also shows how big heart the American people have, and I truly mean this. The American people have the greatest heart, the greatest spirit. I know we have our problems and differences in here and there, but I know there's that beating big heart that we have, man. I know it. I've seen it. I know better. Okay, we're gonna go to desert. We're gonna go to Nevada, I guess. I guess we can move on. Go to Nevada, past Bob Hope, and go out to the desert. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy this. To some people this might be boring. I know. I know there's an Interstate 15, right? You can take Interstate 15 from Los Angeles, and Interstate 15 will take you all the way to Nevada, Las Vegas. Actually, I have a map here. I can look at the map. I just realized. There's a map right here. Hold on. There it is. I can look at the map and just kind of like, so I can see where I'm going. Don't worry. We'll go to Nevada. I think the flight from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, like what, 45 minutes? Something like that. I can put this over here, like that. I have enough fuel. I put a bunch of I filled this airplane 100%. The tank is full, so we should be good. We'll see a desert. It'll be nice. We'll see the hills and stuff like that. The valley. You got all them porn stars in the valley.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet round through 2477.
Oh, what is this? Some kind of a lake or reservoir or something. Now we're going to have to elevate a little bit higher because we got a lot of mountains up here. Give you a little better perspective from here. So yeah, don't forget tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we're doing Deadly Premonition 2. Supposed to be a lot of fun, and it will be a lot of fun game. We'll definitely have a great time. It's Agent York and Agent Morgan. They're split personalities. Characters, but they're pretty good at solving crimes. Yes, they're bipolar, they're split personality, but they're pretty good at like solving crimes and all that. And the whole thing is set in Louisiana. It's one of those like goofy B movies, you know, low budget. X-Files wannabe rip-offs and stuff like that. But it's a lot of fun. Maybe Derek can indulge with the story. I didn't know that you love the Deadly Premonition, that much. Derek, I know you're warming up your food, but I didn't realize that you love that so much. Got to keep the we're still in California, by the way. We're gonna go to Las Vegas. Yeah, man, it's just a silly, goofy game, and I love those types of games, especially that guitar. I think you find out the name of the artist, the guy who was playing that guitar. You know that song when you go to a hotel, and you constantly have to listen to that. Down, down. Down, 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 down. Oh my God, that music. We're leaving California. We're gonna live in California. We're going to Nevada right now. I have the clear vision over here. Nobody loves California more than Arnold, let me tell you. Arnold loves California, man. There we go. Let me give you this perspective so you guys can see it from the back.
Walk 1200. Frequency change. Approved. No buying 24 heavy.
A lot of mountain lions around here for sure. Oh, I can say that all the time. Dylan, if we don't get to the chopper right now, there won't be nobody left to go to the chopper. So get to the chopper! Do it now! Get to the chopper! But I don't have the clear vision no more. That the problem is over here. The Maria Shriver left me, and all I have over here is a donkey and the pony over here. I have to feed the donkey and the pony over here. I should be out there pumping the muscles. Should be out there making another Terminator with the Jim Cameron, not the Avatar. I'm sick and tired of the Avatar, the Smurfs, the big tall Smurfs. I don't care. I want to be the Avatar. Put me in the Avatar. God damn it. I'm so upset with the Jim Cameron, he promised me after you finish being a governor, you get to the civilian life, I will offer these movies for you. So why don't you put me in the Avatar? I mean, it is really interesting that the Jim Cameron never offered Arnold to be in the Avatar. Come on, at least a cameo or something. Put the guy in the Avatar for God's sakes. Right? You missed the entire Los Angeles, brother. We're going to Las Vegas. We're exiting Los Angeles County into the Orange County, and then we're going to Nevada. Nevada, sir. I'm just kidding. We're still in LA County. But we're almost out of the LA County. It's a huge county, man. Oh man, there's others, man. I'm okay. There's some really impressive impersonators. But what I try to do the current version of the Arnold. The ones that's like, I remember people always ask me that how do you get to be so successful? You come here to the California and you become the Mr. Olympia and you become the greatest bodybuilder. You became the movie star and the governor and you marry the Kennedys family. They're Maria Shriver. So how do you get there? How do you do that? How do you accomplish and conquer that? And the simple truth is, you have to get to the chopper first. And once you get to the chopper, it's very easy to land wherever the hell you want to land and do what you want to do. Because with the chopper, you get the clear vision. And the clear vision is the most important thing. I don't care about that, these other, snowflakes out there and they're talking about, dude, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And they never do anything. They just sit home. They're just sitting home, not doing anything. They're not being productive. They're just sitting there. Sitting there. I can't do this. I can't fucking do it. Just sitting there, not doing anything. All they have to do is eat the schnitzlers. I used to eat the schnitzlers when I was in Austria. With my father served the schnitzlers all the time. Did I get tired of eating the schnitzlers? Of course I get tired of eating the schnitzlers. But I enjoyed what I had. And I eat the schnitzlers to get bigger and better. Then I came here. Oh, man. I always wanted to do that. Like, if I ever meet Arnold, he probably wouldn't he probably wouldn't like it. Like, the hell with you. Who are you? You're never gonna be me. And I say, but I don't want to be you. I just want to impersonate you. The hell with you. I will destroy you. I will terminate you. Stop impersonating me, you bastard. Arnold is good. I can do Arnold all day long. Joker takes a little bit of energy. Joker really takes a lot of energy. And even Heath Ledger says, you'll have migraines, you'll have headaches. Because that character will drain you. You're not going to feel good. I can listen, man. Poor Heath Ledger, man. What he had to go through with that fucking character. He had a great time, but that character takes a lot of energy, man. And it does. Even for me, I have to do that thing with the tongue, Would you like to know how I got these scars? One day, my father comes home. Mommy's at the kitchen No, what the hell was I forgot? I gotta read. I can't, man. I gotta hold on. I gotta read the goddamn. I gotta read the quotes. I forgot the lines, man. See, when you forget the lines, you fuck it up. I'm gonna get those quotes. It's got to be Heath Ledger quotes. I can read some random quotes like, as you know, madness is like gravity. All it takes is a little push, and everything falls in its place. You see, you couldn't kill me out of some righteousness. There's it. See? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. I gotta read the whole thing. Wait a minute. I cannot do it like this. Pacino doing Joker. Yep. Hold on. Where is it? I gotta read the. Here's a good one. This is the good one. Let's do this like this. You see, nobody panics when things go according to plan, but upset the established order and everything becomes chaos. See, I'm an agent of chaos. Hooah! It takes a lot of energy for Joker, man. Bane, it's easy. I can do Bane all day long. Bane, it's easy. I can do Bane all day long. But I sound like Bill Clinton when I do Bane. Hold on. It's funny. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be. I know Tom Hardy did this on the Instagram, and of course he fucking nailed it because he played the damn character. Hold on, it's gonna be fucking good. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you think darkness is your ally? Well, you merely adopted the dark. I was born older by it. I didn't see the light.
Hold on. No, it's not good. Wait.
Oh, so you think the darkness is your ally? Well, you merely adopted the dark. I was born older by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man.
I can't do it, man. It's too much. Snake, it's easy for me. 10 years ago, Hudson River. The whole thing stank. Now we're going to Las Vegas. Yeah, man, I flew over the Hollywood's Cuckoo's Nest. There was nobody there, and I knocked 3 times. I said, who's there? Nobody. No, actually, I knocked on there, and they said, who's there? And I heard somebody say, Weinstein. Weinstein is here. I'm hiding. I'm in the Hollywood Hills basement. I'm hiding. No, it's just funny the way he said that. The way Tom Hardy's character Bane says that. He says, you merely I was born in the darkness, you merely molded by it. It's just the way he says it. It's just so fucking funny, man. It's even funny to say it. No one's flying the plane. This is one of those economic planes that Tesla has created. It's economical. We're basically using a Tesla satellite link to do this. So all the satellites that Tesla has up there are controlling this airplane. Go to Las Vegas. It is it could be boring, but hey, if you want to go to Las Vegas from Los Angeles, it's going to be a boring flight. Maybe. Possibly. You see, she's flying the plane. She's here. But you cannot see her with the GoPro camera. She's a vampirilla. She's a vampire. Okay? Who the hell knows, man? Who knows? Well, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing over here. This little chips that I'm eating. I don't know. I think they killed him, dude. I think they killed his ass because they can't have him testifying, dude. Very important names on that island. They can't risk that. It's too much risk, man. Too many people. Too many important people. And of course they're not gonna allow that kind of nonsense. What, they're supposed to take his word for it that he's not gonna testify and name names? Come on, man. It's over, bro. And even if he fled the country, there's no place for him to hide. Once you screw up with Illuminatis, where are you gonna go? They control the entire planet. Where are you gonna fucking hide? Can't even go to Antarctica. They're gonna get your ass there. He fucked up. He put his own death warrant on him. He screwed up. He screwed up so badly on something that there is no turning back. That's the price you pay. You want to be mingled with these powerful people who run the show, who run the world. Well, be prepared that if you make a mistake, that's the ultimate price you pay. Means you die. There's no turning back on that shit. That's what I think. It's better to live a simple life. Trust me. Yes, I know. You're going to have all these big villas and yachts and places to go everywhere. You're going to live large. Yes, I get that. I understand that. But You always have to look over your shoulders. Did you fuck up? Did you make a mistake? Whom did you piss off? Okay? So I would rather live a simple life instead of living a life where I have to be terrified, not knowing who's going to whack me. You know, Michael Francis talk about that, living a mafia life, you know. Because his father was his father was a big time mafia, El Capitan. And he said, sure, he had a great time, you know. He enjoyed the money, he enjoyed the women, he enjoyed all the accolades that comes with that lifestyle. But he's seen a lot of families be devastated. He was the only guy that survived. Everybody else got whacked. Everybody else got killed. He was the only guy on that list that survived. And he's very fortunate, he says. He's very fortunate. He's very lucky. And that's why he moved to religion. He's a newborn Christian. And he's got a YouTube channel. The reason I respect Michael Francis is because he's being upfront about it. He's telling the truth. And he's being honest. That's why I respect him. Everything he says, you can check it. You can double check. There's nothing that he says that it's bullshit. And I respect that about him. But he's also a very intelligent person. He's a highly intelligent person. When you look at Michael Francis, you know that this guy is a smooth talker, highly intelligent, and he did admit was very lucky. Like he said it millions of times, like I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I got very lucky. It's a damn miracle that I'm even here talking to you. And he's very grateful that he has a family, has beautiful daughters, a wife. He's very grateful for that. And he says God gave me a second chance. God gave me a lease on new life. And I'm not going to screw that up. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. And I have a lot of respect for Michael Francis. I really do. Michael Francis. He was with Colombo family, not Gambino. Gambino was John Gotti, and Semi the Bull was with Gambino. He was with Colombo family, and his father was a capo, I think Capitan, back then. He was a made guy, and then that was his son Michael, and he got introduced into that lifestyle, and that's all he knew how to do. You guys should go check out his channel. I don't want to speak for the guy because he can speak it for you. He has a YouTube channel, and you can learn everything about him through that YouTube channel. So you can hear it from him, from his mouth. I learned from him, just like you will learn watching his YouTube videos. Yeah. Look at these windmills. Wow, look at that. This is now we're still in California, almost entering Nevada. Not quite there yet, but almost there. No, we're still in California. It's still California. We're going to go to Las Vegas. I never heard about that, Your Honor. But I'll definitely look it up. I mean, look, everything has its positives and negatives. There's a quote from the American Gangster, one of my favorite actors, Armando Sante. He played the Italian mobster, and he said to Lucas Black, who played by Denzel Washington, he said to Lucas Black, Denzel Washington says he played a Lucas Black character who was in distribution of Blue Magic heroin and all that back in the days in 1970s, late 1970s. He said to him, "They tried to kill me and my family. You offered me a peace of mind, but I'm not seeing the peace of mind." And then this character played by Armando Asante says to him, "Hey, we can be all successful and have enemies, or we can be all unsuccessful and have friends. That's the life we chose to live." And it's so true. Obviously, he said it's so better. You gotta watch the movie. But it's true. That's the life we choose to live. You gotta take responsibility for what you did, for what you choose. You know, if you do something ugly to other people, don't expect your life to be beautiful, hunky-dory. There's gonna be, you know, everything has its price. Everything has its downside. You know, I mean, it's your life. You can do whatever you want to do, but just remember, everything has a consequences. Are you prepared for those consequences? Are you ready for those consequences? Are you prepared? That's decision you gotta make. Are you prepared for that? So it's so true. In that movie, American Gangster, directed by Ridley Scott, it's pretty good, man. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Oh, I gotta watch that. You Honor. Where is that? Amazon Prime? I'm gonna check it out. JS. Is that on Amazon Prime? Netflix? Where is that? Or Showtime? I think that's Showtime. Yeah. You know what? It's so true. Every time I hear that, it gives me chills. Really, it scares the shit out of me the way Armando Asante says it. You know, we can be unsuccessful and have friends and live a long life, or we can be successful and live a short life and have enemies. And that's the choice we make. And we're all gonna make that choice, one way or the other. Oh, you can't get yourself out of that. Once you get involved, that's it. You're done, bro. Because they know everything about you. You know, you don't quit that. There's no quitting. Once you get inside of that, there's no quitting. That's it. You're in it for life. That's it. Oh, HBO? Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Your Honor, I'm gonna watch it tonight, man. As a matter of fact, I'll watch it tonight. Let me just get to Las Vegas. We're in Nevada right now, I think. I think we're in Nevada. From Los Angeles to Nevada, man. This is all in live, real time. We're doing this. It's pretty good. With this little small airplane. Oh, I'm gonna watch it, JS. Oh, I love Brian. Brian, dude, he's a great actor. A lot of people don't realize he was in Saving Private Ryan. The guy with one arm, he's the one that passed the letter to the general. Was a 4-star general. About the Ryan brothers, they all died on that beach, and there's one missing. One is left from the 101st Airborne. And he played that guy. Was he a colonel? I don't know. He brought the letter to the general. I'm not sure how many knots. Probably slow. Maybe 24 knots. Look, very very slow. Very slow. This is a very slow airplane. It's built really for... Honestly, this airplane is built for... like... not for travel, maybe a short distance travel, but it's really designed, J170, it's designed for like pilot student who want, for those freshman pilots to learn the basics of Cessna and one propeller, single prop engine, and how to do it. It's really designed for students, so the students can learn the basics. That's all. That's really what it's meant for. But of course, you can travel with a golf cart around the country if you want to, but it'll take you forever. You can walk around the country; it'll take you forever. Sure, you can travel with anything, but it's really not intended for like long distances and all that. What's my favorite conspiracy? Oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. But I'll say it. And, because I think he was one of the greatest presidents we ever had, next to Lincoln. And, I would say I was always fascinated because, listen, I grew up in the family. My family were Democrats, like hardcore Democrats. And they love Kennedy, Kennedy family, Kennedys. They just adored Kennedys. So I, as a kid growing up, I was always seeing either a Kennedy or Muhammad Ali. Either it's a Muhammad Ali picture or Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. And of course, Martin Luther King was there as well. My grandma had a Martin Luther King next to Muhammad Ali. They respected Muhammad Ali so much. And of course, Martin Luther King. And then John F. Kennedy was all over the place. Bobby Kennedy, JFK, all of the photos. When I was in Sarajevo, in Bosnia, they were they adored a lot of people. There was some people, because that country was a socialist country, Yugoslavia back then, and some people, they didn't like the fact that my grandpa and grandma, they loved, Kennedys and Democrats so much, and they were looked down upon, because they had a different points of view on West, But I was raised in that family that was strictly, liberal, democratic. And JFK conspiracy is what I'm trying to say. JFK conspiracy. It's always the one that troubles me. What happened to Kennedy's really troubles me. That everyone's wiped out. Bobby Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, his son Junior Kennedy, died in a plane crash, and his sister Kennedy, also dead. The whole thing about Kennedys bothers me, like the way they were eliminated. Like there has to be someone pulling the trigger, someone making the call. Obviously, whoever's running this country, they didn't like Kennedys. For whatever reasons, they didn't want Kennedys to ever run for the office. They didn't want Junior, his son, because he would have definitely run, either as a senator or as a president, if he was alive. But he died on that plane on Bahamas, and that whole plane crash with Junior Kennedy, Junior John Kennedy, his son, it doesn't make any sense, because the mechanic name who worked on that airplane was never mentioned. We never heard about the mechanic's name who worked on that airplane. Barely any information about that. There was just, and listen, he was a very good pilot, very experienced pilot and a swimmer, and a really good swimmer. And he, crashed in the ocean. He was very good. There's so much there that it just bothers me. Just like the whole thing with Kobe Bryant, they're all flying in with a zero visibility, right? And they know they have to go fly low because of zero visibility, and there's plenty of mountains like right now in California, okay? And why would they take that risk? Why would they take that chance? Why would Kobe take that chance? Same thing with Tupac Shakur. MGM Grand, New York, on that Las Vegas Strip, there's thousands of cameras. Hundreds and, I'm exaggerating now, but it really is thousands of cameras on each corner. And that camera didn't pick anything up. There's no evidence recording of who approached him, who approached the car. Come on. There's no eyewitnesses. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And I think this is where conspiracies are born. When something doesn't make sense, that's where the conspiracy comes from. I have my own theories. I think it was the CIA that killed him. That's what I think. There's that famous racetrack. That's my theory. I think CIA killed him because he was going to expose all the secrecies. John Kennedy wanted all of us to be transparent. He felt that people deserve to know, what's going on. We shouldn't become a country of secrecy. And he didn't like that. He wanted to expose that. He talked about secret societies and all of that, and he's not a fan of that. Fraternities of these secret societies, making all these decisions behind a closed door. So he was against that. He didn't like that. So he had a lot of enemies because of that. Kind of like, look at this guy, Epstein. He knew a lot, and he was going to name some names, a lot of names, and those are very important people's names, and they can't have that. They can't have him talking. That's just my opinion, but what do I know? But look, we're never going to know. It's like Jesse Ventura says, we all can speculate, have our own opinions, but we're never going to know. The only thing we're going to know is the official story. Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, and they killed him, right? A guy walks up. What's his name? I forgot his name. The guy who walks up and killed him with a 22 revolver. Was it 22 or 38? I don't know. It was right during the press conference. A guy walks up to him and shots him. Look at Bobby Kennedy. This is in the middle of a fundraiser campaign in Los Angeles in that hotel. Where was Secret Service? What were they freaking doing? How did this guy get in? How did he get that weapon in? I mean, look, man. I always tell people one thing. I may not look all that attractive. I know I'm not like the decent looking. I'm kind of ugly looking guy. But up in here, I'm very intelligent. I am highly intelligent. And I always tell people, don't insult my intelligence. Okay? I know better. Don't insult my intelligence. And I always try to tell that to people, like, please don't make me look like I'm an idiot. Don't treat me like I'm an idiot, like I'm stupid. Okay? I mean, people can people can choose to believe whatever they want to believe, but I think deep down people know. They know better. It's just they're afraid. They're afraid of losing their jobs. They're afraid of losing their livelihood. And you can easily lose your job. You can easily be out in the street with nothing. And is it worth it talking about it? No. That's why people don't talk about it. That's why people avoid certain subjects, because they're afraid. It's the fear. And I understand that fear. I get it. People are afraid. You have families, you have kids. You want to see your kids grow up with a beautiful future. What difference does it make? Even if you know what happened, what's the point? It will not change anything. It will not change anything because you're not in charge. They are in charge. The invisible people sitting on top of the pyramid, making all the decisions. Okay? And there's nothing you can do about it. So, I understand why people don't want to take that risk. Because what's the benefit? There's no benefit. You lose, actually. And that's how they're able to keep everyone quiet. It's through fear, intimidation and fear. It's the oldest trick of all time. Intimidation and fear. All right, we're almost there. Las Vegas, Nevada, man. We got to exit California. Man, California is a big state. So what about you, JS? What's your one conspiracy that you like? Like, what do you prefer? Like, what's the one? Majority of people, they say Area 51. Because Area 51, you can talk about it. It's not like a sensitive conspiracy. You can really talk about it. JFK, it's very sensitive. Super sensitive conspiracy. Thank you, JS. Appreciate it, man. I feel like an invisible pilot, bro. Flying you guys from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Trust me, we would, man. People who know me personally, ask any of my friends who knew me, in the past and now. They'll tell you nothing but great times. Laughing, great times, comedy. Good times. And, back then, when I was younger, man, I used to go all the time and hang out, go to the bars, go to the clubs. I used to run the club. I was a team leader at the Voodoo Lounge. I used to run that place. I told you, when Dennis Rodman in Fort Lauderdale, when he rented that club and he called it Dennis Rodman Rehab, he was dating Carmen Electra at the time. O.J. Simpson was there too with him to celebrate, have a good time. O.J. was there all the time. He used to play golf, Florida. But I saw him. I was there. I was guarding the VIP, the outside patio, And then Dennis gave us $100 each. Pretty cool guy, man. Let me tell you, Dennis Rodman's a pretty cool guy. He knows, man, that it's a hard work, very stressful job, trying to keep everything at peace, make sure no one's hurt, everybody's okay, and he really appreciated the fact that we were able to keep the entire night going, knowing that we got O.J. Simpson there, we got him there, Carmen Electra. So, even though they had their own bodyguards that were there, but still, that no one got hurt, that nothing bad happened, that we were able to keep everything calm and cool. He really appreciated what security staff did at Voodoo Lounge back then in Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. And he gave us all $100 bills. And I appreciate that, man. I like, hey, that shows me that he cares. Like, he understands, you know. Pretty cool guy. At least to me. I mean, you know, I don't know him personally, but he treated all of us great. Never yelled at anybody. You know, it was always pretty cool, professional, you know. Well, it's funny when people talk about the money, like you look at the Federal Reserve. What is that? You know, the money is just a paper that's being printed that truly has no value behind it except the value that we set as a monetary system. Gold has a value. The gold is the value because the gold will always have value. Diamonds will always have the value. You know, the oil will always have the value. In Afghanistan, what they have? What you call that material that makes the battery? Lithium. Lithium, you know, for the batteries. It's very important. But as far as the money is just some printed paper. That's it. That we all agreed on. That's all it is. It's just a printed paper. We all agreed to it. That's all there is to it. You know. Hey, what's up, Green? How you doing? It's always been a wolf in a sheep clothing, honestly. It's just that I think a lot of people know. Here's what I think. Like I said earlier, JS, hey, what's up, Green? Welcome into conversation. A lot of people know. Everything I say here, people can secretly, privately acknowledge, yeah, man, this guy's speaking the truth 100%. But what can you do about it? Right? Even if you know. Even if you have all that knowledge and you know exactly what's going on, how everything's being played out, what can you do? There's not much you can do. And that's why people who work for, you know, the government offices, working for public, and they don't want to talk about this stuff because to them they can easily lose that job, you know. And they don't want to lose the job. They don't want to lose what they have, the mortgage, putting their kids through college. You know, they just want to be happy and live life. You know, I mean, and that's really what it boils down to. But everybody knows. Everyone knows. They all know what's going on. Okay, it's just a matter of not talking about it. You know, like it's like a big elephant in a room. Like we all acknowledge, yep. He's there, but let's not talk about him, please. That elephant there, we never talk about that. Okay? Good. Let's move on. A great movie by M. Night Shyamalan, who directed The Sixth Sense, and he also directed The Village, the movie called The Village. It's a great example of that. How in the modern times, few people were able to control majority of people in the village, and they made them believe that if you go outside to that forest, you're gonna die. There's monsters there. We don't bother them, they don't bother us, but we don't cross to their territory. So we never ever go to that forest, right? So they had to create some kind of a monster at night to make some noises, to make people scared that there are monsters out there. I know, spoilers warning, I'm spoiling the movie. Okay, I know, I get it. And then one of the girls escaped looking for I shouldn't spoil the movie. But anyway, the whole idea was to keep people dumbed down, to indoctrinate the whatever hundreds of people living on that village, to indoctrinate them in that village in Pennsylvania that you don't go out to that forest. Because if you go out to that forest, you're going to bump into some big towns like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, right? So you don't want to wander around that forest. Eventually, you're going to bump into Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. So just stay in this little isolated area in Pennsylvania, on this little village, and indoctrinate the hundreds of people. That's what they did with. I think they're using the same principles. Like these secret societies are pretty much using the same principles for decades to indoctrinate the people. You got to go to high school. You got to go to college. You got to finish this. You have to pay a mortgage. You have to do this. You have to do that. So that way it becomes standard indoctrination. You don't question that. You just have to do that. You have to finish college. You have to finish high school. You have to pay a mortgage. You have to get married. If you don't get married, you're going to be outcast. People are going to look at you weird. They're going to think something's wrong with you. You shouldn't fit into society. You must be some kind of a freak. So it's the indoctrination. Same thing with religion. Religion is the greatest bullshit story ever told, in my opinion. There's an invisible man looking at everything you do, of every single minute, of every single second. And he's got a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. Yeah, sure. Imagine that kind of a job. And if he does have a special list of 10 things, well, he's been absent for about, I don't know how many decades. He's been very absent because things are not looking pretty good out there. He's been very absent, if that's true. If he's out there looking down, then he's been very absent, in my opinion. But I don't want to get into that. But you can see how easy it is to indoctrinate people, to brainwash people. All it takes is one man or one person, one prophet, one messiah to indoctrinate, to brainwash people. It's not that difficult. Now, if you talk about this stuff, well, you can lose your job easily, like that. You can get kicked off the platforms, and you can lose your mortgage. You can lose everything. Right? That's why people don't talk about it. But people know better. I know that people are intelligent. Yes, we have stupid people. They're out there. Here and there. There's a certain percentage of stupid people. They do exist. I'm not saying that they don't exist. But majority of people out there are intelligent. They're not stupid. And they know better. They know better. But they don't want to lose what they have. They don't want to risk losing what they have, because what's the point? But it's just me. If I always tell people, if you're gonna go down that rabbit hole with me, you might not like what I'm gonna say. I always tell people that, like if we're gonna go in that conversation, I always tell people we're gonna go down that rabbit hole, and you're definitely not gonna like what I have to say. And I always warned people, like when we have this conversation, I always tell people, "Are you sure you want to go down that rabbit hole? Because you're definitely not gonna like what I'm gonna say." No, man, you have a freedom of you have a First Amendment, JS. You can say anything. You don't have to apologize for your opinions, for what you think. You have a First Amendment right. Okay, you can say whatever you want to say. People don't have to believe you. People don't have to agree with you, nor do people have to agree with me. But with the First Amendment, you should be able to say it. That's why I'm not a huge fan of censoring. Just because somebody doesn't believe in what you believe, or somebody doesn't think like you think, that automatically now you have to punish that person, make him lose his job, make him suffer. That's not right. I'm against censorship, because the censorship, it's not what democracy is all about. Censorship, it's something you see in a communist regime, in a socialism regime. You know, like North Korea regime, that's where you see a censorship. China, stuff like that, you know. Middle East, like Tehran, Iran, there's that regime right there. They censor a lot of stuff. You know, you have to have a certain belief, a certain way of thinking, and I'm against that. That's what makes democracy so great, is that you have that ability to express yourself, and you shouldn't be censored by anybody. Definitely not by big tech companies. They shouldn't have that right to do that, to censor people, because they don't like what they believe in, and they don't like who they're defending, and they don't like what they have to say. You know. Is this Las Vegas? This is it right here, I think. KLSFV. It has to be. We're in Nevada, man, for sure. From Los Angeles to Nevada, man, look at this, bro. I know, man. You know, a lot of people ask me, how could you talk about this stuff, Mr. 4K? You know, how come you get the pass? What are you? Are you part of some secret society and you get the pass? Yes, I do knew some. I had some Freemasons friends, you know, and I knew the big one, the 33-degree one. I used to take care of him when I was younger. Name's Dietrich. But they didn't tell me like any secrets. They just gave me some advice, but they never told me secrets. They can't tell me secrets. They're sworn to secrecy. They can't tell me shit. No, I'm not like protected or endorsed by anybody. The reason why I can say what I want to say because I'm independent. I'm not sponsored. And I'm not on that algorithm. You know, I'm not on that algorithm. I'm way down below. I don't have that many people visit my channel like I used to because they dropped me. And they dropped me because of talks like this. You know. But I'll give it to YouTube. I'll give them credit because they... even though I'm a small channel, but I respect the fact that they respect the First Amendment, you know, that they let me use my First Amendment freedom of speech and give my opinions. I'll give them that credit just for that. You know, they could have easily just removed me from this live stream right now, easily, but they're not. And I appreciate that they're respecting, even though I'm a small channel and I'm not reaching that audience. But let's be honest, if I was a big channel like Dr. Disrespect or like Review Tech USA or those other guys out there, I wouldn't be able to say or to talk about this stuff. First of all, it would leak all over the internet. Everyone would be talking about it, and then they would shut my ass down. So it's a good thing that I'm not successful. Remember, we can all be successful and have enemies, or we can be unsuccessful and have friends. Sometimes living a simple life is better. Simple life is better. in my opinion. Well, thank you guys. I love you too, man. I appreciate it, man. I mean, you got to remember, I do this by myself, man. I try to put a lot of effort. I try to put as much content as possible, a variety of different things. I got over close to 6,000 videos. I'm going to hit 6,000 videos. The amount of stuff that I have pumped, including televisions, vlogs, all kinds of stuff, man. The list is so big. Got so many videos, man. So many live streams. It's just ridiculous. It would take you like probably 2 years to like see all those videos. Maybe 2 years. That's how many, man. And there's so many of them. Even I can believe, like, in 7 years, 7.5 years, that I was able to do this all by myself, even though I work other 2 jobs and doing this. You know, I do this by myself. I have nobody to hold my hands. I have no interns. Everything I do it by myself. And but I do it because I enjoy it. You know, I always tell people the reason I'm not complaining, because I enjoy doing this. If you enjoy doing something, then you never work your entire life, because you're doing something you love. For example, the guy from Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, dude, he's set for life. Set for life. His grandchildren and his kids are set for life. They'll never have to work, ever. They're set for life. And Mick Jagger doesn't need the money. He's Mick Jagger from Rolling Stones. But he does it because he loves it. He genuinely does. That's all he knows. He loves singing. And he loves rock and roll singing. He's a Hall of Famer. I don't know how many times. They even made a magazine based on Rolling Stones. So, how many platinum gold records he got? Oh, Jesus. It's endless awards. John Bon Jovi's way too overrated, in my opinion. But anyway, so Mick Jagger, you look at him, Rolling Stones, like, he doesn't need money. Of course he doesn't need money. But he loves singing. He loves music. That's what he does. That's what he loves. Like Ridley Scott, he just turned 81. He's still making movies. Does he need to make movies? No. He's got money. He's a Ridley freaking Scott. Ridley Scott has money. He doesn't need anything. He's got his own studio. Him and his brother, Tony Scott, may he rest in peace. They created a Scott Free Production. Scott Free Production really pumped out so many great freaking movies. Even Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer were impressed with Scott Free Production. And look what Scott Free Production has brought in terms of movies. I mean, look at Hollywood. Hollywood wouldn't be the same without Scott Free Production. Same goes with the Amblin Entertainment and Steven Spielberg, of course. But does Ridley Scott needs to make movies? No. He's set. His son Luke set for life. Even his brother Widow and his nephews and nieces are set for life. They'll never have to worry about it. You know, they're taken care of. I'm talking about a Tony Scott, his brother. Set for life. But he still makes movies. He still makes movies. He still goes out there and produce TV shows and movies because he loves doing it. Oh, I cannot do Mick Jagger, man. That's the one thing I can't do is Mick Jagger. What's up, Jerry? How you doing? Cannot do Mick Jagger. Even Christopher Walken, I have a difficult time. The only thing I can do with Christopher Walken is just a small little quote that he did on the movie Man on Fire, where Denzel Washington character asked him, to help him, look for these cartels and these kidnappers and whatnot. And Christopher Walken character says, "I told you, I'm done killing. I'm not doing it." That's like the only thing I can do. He's good. Christopher Walken's great. He's another great actor, man. A movie. First time I saw Christopher Walken was on a cassette tape, VHS tape, called the movie called what was the dog? Dog something. Dogs of War. Dogs of War. They're like mercenaries, soldiers of fortune, mercenaries, and he was part of it. Fucking great movie, man. If you haven't seen Dogs of War, watch it. Go to HBO, watch that thing, man. Buy the movie. Just buy it. That's a classic, man. Dogs of War. And I know there's a lot of people mistake Dogs of War with The Deer Hunter, and all that. I wish that the people wouldn't do that. It's a totally different thing. The whole Russian roulette thing. Dogs of War. It's a pretty good movie, man. That's where I was introduced to Christopher Walken, and ever since that movie, I started following him. I started watching his other movies. I saw him in James Bond. He played the villain in opposite Roger Moore, James Bond. A View to a Kill. A View to a Kill, in that famous soundtrack by Duran Duran. A View to a Kill. Great movie, by the great Bond movie. And Christopher Walken, obviously, delivers every single time. Christopher Walken, hell yeah, man. Oh yeah, The King of New York. I also remember seeing that opposite Lawrence Fishburne. King of New York, man, that was great. If you guys haven't, he's a great dancer, by the way. Great tap dancer. Christopher Walken. And Man on Fire, man, was so great. The way he delivered that line. He talks about Chrissy and that girl that they kidnapped, and he said, a man can be an artist. He says, man can be an artist in anything. Food, whatever. And if Chrissy's art is deaf, then he's about to paint his masterpiece. He was basically referring to, obviously he delivered the line so much better. He was basically saying, they're going to wish that they never touched a hair on that girl. Not one single hair. And he did. In that movie, Man on Fire, played by Denzel Washington, he did deliver his masterpiece. He definitely did. Again, another movie directed by Tony Scott. I think he did a bunch of movies with Tony Scott. He did Crimson Tide. He also did, there was other two movies he did with Tony Scott. Deja Vu was pretty good. And of course, Ridley Scott, American Gangster, that he did with them. So he was really connected with Scott Brothers, and Scott Free Production, Denzel Washington. And I'm also glad to see that he's working with Antoine Fuqua. I like this director, film director, Antoine Fuqua. His first movie was The Training Day. I really like him, man. And he did The Equalizer and a bunch of other movies, man. Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis and Monica Bellucci. Antoine Fuqua is a great director, too. Keep an eye on Antoine Fuqua, man. He's good. I like him. I like him a lot, man. I like his vision. and how he films the movies. He's a good storyteller. Antoine Fuqua, man. I love this director. Oh yeah, with the ring, right? He was talking about that ring. He was like holding that ring and says, "This ring, it's very important. This ring went through centuries." He talks about the ring history, but you know what? I never understood what was in that briefcase. You know what? Talk about conspiracies. And speaking of Quentin Tarantino, what was in that briefcase? You know, when Samuel Jackson, when he opens that briefcase and there's something orange, something bright comes out of it, and what was in that briefcase? What was in that briefcase, dude? I wonder about that shit, man. My top films. Oh boy. Oh brother, let me see. Well, Pulp Fiction is definitely one of them. Reservoir Dogs, The Dogs of War, Man on Fire, Man Apart, Vin Diesel. I think one of his best movies was Man Apart. I like that one. What else we have? Of course, Saving Private Ryan. I love that movie. Who doesn't? Number 6, I would say, let me see, American Gangster, for sure. Gotta be in there. Number 7, I'm avoiding these blockbuster movies. You know, that's everyone's favorite. I'm just picking my own personal favorites. Number 7, The Abyss, from James Cameron. I love that movie, The Abyss. Number 8, let me see. Number 8. Kiss of Death. If you guys haven't seen Kiss of Death, it's a great movie. Nicolas Cage was in it. And number 9. What would I put at number 9? Number 9. There's a movie that I like. It's a guilty pleasure movie. It's just a guilty pleasure movie. My own. The Chase. The Chase with what's his name? My God, Sheen, Charlie Sheen. The Chase. That was a fun movie. The Chase. I enjoy that. It's an old movie, '94, I think. The Chase. Oh, top 5. Oh, you said top 5. Well, top 5. I got to change it up a bit. Well, if we're gonna go top 5. Then I gotta go with one of my all-time favorites, 2001: A Space Odyssey, hands down. That has to be on priority. Number 1, Space Odyssey. Number 2 has to be. This is my childhood. E.T. Steven Spielberg's E.T. So E.T. Number 3. Has to be, let me see. You can put a Godfather on there. Godfather, number 3. Number 4, I would put the Scarface. I have to put the Scarface in there. Number 4. And of course, number 5, it has to be American Gangster. I just like the way that film was edited, and it's just everything in that movie just perfectly fell into place. The casting was top notch. The dialogue was top notch. It was really done well, man. And again, this is the geniuses of Ridley Scott. You know, Ridley Scott. He's just a good filmmaker. Now, this is my top 5. Obviously, if we go higher, if we go, let's say, top 10 or top 20, Black Hawk Down would be in there as well. You know, and Man on Fire would be in there as well. True Romance would be in there as well. But, Pulp Fiction would be in there as well. But we're doing top 5. So I'm just kind of like briefly But 2001 Space Odyssey is hands down one of my on top list. Like, it has to be on a number one priority. That movie is the movie for me that that shit's gonna be forever. That movie, even after we are not on this planet anymore, and somebody else comes along, they're gonna find that movie, that tape, and they're gonna watch that, a billion years from now, and they're gonna say, "Wow, what was this? What was this all about? Let's learn about this." That movie, Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke really created a true masterpiece that it never gets old. It was so done well after so many years. 6 decades later, that movie still resonates. That movie still, can't touch that. It's truly, it's a masterpiece of all time. Yeah. I mean, but I know everyone's gonna say, 2001 Space Odyssey. Who doesn't like 2001 Space Odyssey? It's truly a remarkable piece of filmmaking that Stanley Kubrick, one of his best, hands down. Yours are Alien, Blade Runner, Apocalypse Now, Pulp Fiction, 2001 Space Odyssey. Dude, I like all of those. And again, you got 2 Ridley Scott movies in there, Alien and Blade Runner. It really shows how great Ridley Scott is as a filmmaker, and both him and his brother, and how much they contribute to the Hollywood and to the movie industry, both here in America and Great Britain and around the world. How much their movies and TV shows that they have created really have impacted the culture, the pop culture today. It's remarkable. So that's why when I said, Ridley Scott, he's 81 years old. His birthday was in November 18th, I think. He doesn't have to make movies, but he does. And all of his movies are very interesting. Even Black Rain. Did you guys ever see the movie Black Rain by Ridley Scott? Michael Douglas and what's the other actor that I'm thinking of that was in there? Japanese actor, really intelligent, great actor was in that movie. They filmed the whole thing in Tokyo and some parts of Osaka. What's the name of the other actor that was opposite Michael Douglas in there? Oh, man. Why can't I remember his name? He was in Ocean's 11. He was in a bunch of movies. I can't remember his name, dude. He's a very famous actor. He was also in The Godfather Part 3. I can't remember. Killed me. But anyway, even in Black Rain, even in that movie, there's so many things in that movie. The reference of the Black Rain, like they didn't call that movie Black Rain for no reason. Like there's a good reason why it's called the Black Rain. That's the thing about Ridley Scott movies. The title has a meaning. Like a title has a meaning, and you find out. I don't want to spoil the movie, but you find out what the Black Rain has to do with the atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and White Rain, the Black Rain. But you find out about this once they go deep into Yakuza's, families and all that. Great movie. But that's the geniuses of Ridley Scott. He's able to turn a story of 2 detectives and bring them from New York City to extradite some Yakuza guy to Tokyo, Japan, and turn the whole thing 360. That's the great thing about him as a visionary, because he is able to do that with his stories. Even with the Kingdom of Heaven, you know, becoming a Templar, traveling to Jerusalem, and then, you know, the question, that all-time question, to whom does Jerusalem belong to? You know, and look, that's the geniuses of Ridley Scott. You know, he's not afraid to push the envelope. He's not afraid to go to certain areas that maybe some people would not want to go there. I thought he did a magnificent job with Kingdom of Heaven. I know it was a very controversial movie because it has to do with religion. You know, are the Templars the bad guys? You know, so it was a lot of that. You know, like Jerusalem, and if Jerusalem is a Mecca of heaven, then it should be a Mecca of heaven for all the religions. If it's a one God, you know, and it's a really interesting movie to look at. But I understand why he took a lot of heat for making that movie, Kingdom of Heaven. You know, he made some people happy, but there's some other, you know, you can't make everyone happy. You know, that's the thing. When you're making a movie like Kingdom of Heaven, there's gonna be that, you know. You know, but they're all great, fantastic film directors, every single one of them. You know, excellent directors, man, every single one of them. Man, we're still in Nevada. Where's Las Vegas? Where's Las Vegas when you need it? Las Vegas, here we come. What I like about Flight Simulator is that you can do this. That you actually have the ability to do this, to fly from Los Angeles on a small plane like this to Las Vegas, and have conversations like this as you are flying to Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, look at this, man. It's like you're watching some kind of National Geographic documentary. Look at this. Let me look at the map. Look at this. I don't know how much more real can they get. Lost Highway was great. That was a great movie. Bill Pullman, another good director who really barely gets enough credit. I know he was in Spaceballs and Independence Day. A lot of people will remember him from Independence Day. He played probably the best president in a movie, I would say. Bill Pullman, I would say, it's a good actor, but again, doesn't get the credit. Way underrated. That was a good movie, by the way. The Lost Highway. Thank you for reminding me of that. I like your taste, JS. We have the same taste, man. I love those movies. I mean, there's so many great movies out there. Me and Hip Hop Gamer, my friend Hip Hop Gamer, he was here. He comes here often. We were talking about the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s movies and how unique these movies were. You know, and today's movies are just garbage. I mean, in comparison, in contrast, let's be honest. Today's movies are really a joke in contrast to what we had in late 70s, early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, late 90s, and 2000. It's really a joke in contrast to what they're making now. You know. Yeah, he was great in the Highway, Lost Highway. Look at Nevada, dude. You lost here. You're done. That's why I don't like traveling with a car from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, man. It's just you get stuck here. Fuck, man. No cell tower, a CB station, some trucker. Hopefully the trucker is not some lunatic or psychopath. You know, it's just too risky, man. There's some areas out in the West, man, it's just nothing there. Utah, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona. Dude, there's like nothing there, bro. Even parts of West Texas, like there's nothing there, man. Just absolutely nothing. Christopher Nolan was great. He's probably the only filmmaker that's relevant, in my opinion, right now. I love The Tenet. I love his vision and how he creates movies. I also like his style on how he tells the story. And I also love philosophy. I like philosophy. That's why I love Christopher Nolan, because I love the conversation. I like watching his movies over and over again so I can have that discussion about, hey, you know, I would really love to sit down and talk to Christopher Nolan, to pick on his brain and talk to him. I could talk to him for like 4 hours. And he's a very intelligent, obviously, very talented, intelligent guy. So to pick on his brain, to talk about the science and the physics and all of that, manipulation of time, relativity theory, and all that stuff. You know, to talk to him, to pick his brain on that, to talk to him about that. I would love it, man, and that's why I love his movies. Oh, that's true. FZM, thank you for FZM. Thank you for acknowledging that, you guys. You can't watch Tenet the first time. Yes, you're gonna be blown away by sequences in the IMAX. You know, he's a visionary director. He's gonna look fucking great. But you're gonna have to pay attention, stay focused. I would recommend you watch that movie at night, put on the headphones or something, really stay focused, and then watch it again the next night and again, and you're gonna connect the dots. The Tenet, it's one of those movies you have to connect the dots. Yes, it's a modern espionage movie. It's not a James Bond, but it could be a James Bond, but in a different scientific physics type of a way. It's like maybe I shouldn't spoil it. What I'm saying is, gotta watch that movie, and that's good. I like that I have to watch the movie more than once. That gives me a huge replay value. That there's a movie like that for me to watch it more than once, 5 times if I have to, and that's why I love Christopher Nolan. Even in The Dark Knight, dude, there's certain things. Did you see what Heath Ledger did there, or did you see what Morgan Freeman did there? Wait a minute. Did you see what Gary Oldman said? And then you try to connect the dots, right? And Memento is another great example. Memento movie with Guy Pearce, the Australian famous. There's a lot of Australian actors, you know, Hugh Jackman, and Guy Pearce, Russell Crowe. You got Nicole Kidman. I mean, Mel Gibson, for crying out loud. Heath Ledger. A lot of Australian stars out there, man. Don't forget that. So I was really blown away when I was revisiting The Dark Knight, The Batman Begins, what Liam Neeson was talking about, Leagues of Shadow. There's all these little things, you have to connect the dots, and you have to really pay attention. Like, nothing's by accident. This is where I like, even with Interstellar, nothing is by accident. Everything you see on the Interstellar or any of the Christopher Nolan movies, even the Dunkirk, when you watch the Dunkirk, nothing is by accident. Now, Dunkirk, it's based on a true story, so they had to stay true. But even in the Dunkirk, you can really go through the history and you'll say, holy shit, this is all 100% accurate. And that's the great thing about Christopher Nolan. He makes you revisit and pay attention to these Easter eggs, to these small little nuances for you to connect the dots. Now, with Inception, I got it right away. I didn't have to watch it a second time. But there was still some stuff, even in the Inception, the one-liners that I had to kind of revisit to understand his relationship with his wife and da-da-da-da-da-da and all that other stuff. But that's the great thing about Christopher Nolan. Another movie that I had to watch 5 times. Oh, boy, this movie's so good. Definitely has to be one of my favorites of Christopher Nolan, next to Dark Knight, is the... about the magicians. Oh my God. The Secrets of Magicians and Magic Tricks. What was the name of that movie? Yes, FS, he made the best movie, best Batman. There's no better Batman than The Dark Knight. He reinvented the Batman forever. My God. What was the name of that movie? I gotta watch it. Oh, Christopher Plummer has died. Oh my God. First Sean Connery, and then we lost a lot of. Even Gene Hackman, it's 91 years old, man. Even he's old. I saw the photo of Gene Hackman. You can't even recognize him. Yeah, man, it's 2021. Even I'm old, man. We're all old. You know, it is what it is. You know, time is short, man. Time is short. Max von Sydow, another great actor, he passed away as well. He was in Minority Report. He was in The Needful Things with Ed Harris, Stephen King movie. Stephen King book adaptation to the movie. Yeah, those are legends, man. These are legends. What do we have now? But let me tell you, what's his name? Now You See Me, Now You Don't. No. It wasn't that. No, it wasn't that movie. It was about Nikola Tesla, played by David Bowie. He was a perfect. We lost David Bowie. Jesus Christ. Man, it makes me depressed. He played Tesla so good. He could have done the entire movie with David Bowie just as Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, Hugh Jackman, they're sitting there. They're having a conversation. It was in Colorado Springs. The Christopher Nolan movie in 2007. Come on, help me out here, guys. I have the movie. I have a Christopher Nolan collection. Yeah, Max von Sydow was great. Excellent actor, man. A legend. Excuse me, a legend. And let's not forget, Christopher Lee, another legend, played the Dracula so good. And let's not forget Gary Oldman, a legend, a living legend. Please, Gary Oldman, stay healthy, man. We need you, okay? What a goddamn legend, too. Gary Oldman, it's a living legend. He's a living legend. Even Anthony Hopkins. Oh, Sir Anthony Hopkins. A living legend. Living legend. Living legend. These are living legends, man. This like, who's gonna, who would even dare to wear their shoes? You can't. You can't replace Anthony Hopkins. You can't replace Gary Oldman, Max von Sydow. We talk about the plumber right now. He just passed away, Christopher Plummer. You can't replace these guys. They're irreplaceable. So how do you? You can't. Betty White. Yes, Betty White too. Hvala ti, Damir. Hvala ti, Buraze. Hvala ti. Damir, he's from Bosnia. Hvala ti, Jarane. Baš mi je drago što si ovdje. So many great actors. But I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. The name, maybe you can help me out, Damir. Da li se sjećaš filma gdje je David Bowie bio u Christopher Nolanu film? On je igrao Nikola Teslu. David Bowie. Do you remember the name of the movie? Da li znaš ime tog filma? Do you remember the name of the movie? Why I can't remember the name of that movie? Such a great movie. Hopefully we'll remember. He played David Bowie was Nikola Tesla. Hugh Jackman needed his help to achieve the trick. Michael Caine, Christian Bale was in it. Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, The Prestige. Yes, Jesus. Oh my God. Yes, Prestige. Prestige. That's the movie, man. That's also another Christopher Nolan film. And I had to watch that movie multiple times. More than multiple times. Probably 5 times. Maybe 10 times. And there's some stuff in that movie as well. Why it's important to keep the secret of your magic. But sometimes the ultimate magic trick could cost you everything. So be careful what you wish for. And Nikola Tesla even told him, what you are asking for, it's not impossible, but it's reckless. So be careful what you wish for. Yes, thank you, Derek. Thank you, Desperado. Prestige. The Prestige. If you haven't seen The Prestige, go watch it. Just buy the movie. It's just so good, man. Look, man, Christopher Nolan has proven himself. He doesn't have to prove anything. He has proven himself. I mean, he's a household name. The list goes on and on, the guy's he's in its own right a household name. I wish I could talk about Tenet, but I really don't want to spoil the movie for those of you who haven't seen it, because I'm going to say some stuff, because if I talk about the Tenet, if I talk about the Tenet, then it's impossible not to spoil some very important stuff in a movie, and that's the last thing I want to do, is to spoil the movie, because it's really good, man. The movie is really good. All right, so Las Vegas, where are you? I hope we're not going the wrong way in Las Vegas. It should be here, right? Oh boy. I think Las Vegas is a little bit north. This game, it's amazing, man. It's not even a video game. It's like as real as it gets. I mean, look at this. All the way from Los Angeles. Here we are in Nevada. Hold on. Maybe I can do this. Make it more interesting. Here we go, like this. You can see the reflection. How cool is that? Look at that reflection. You can see it. Have you guys ever tried this in VR? I gotta get that HP reverb, man. I gotta see how this is in HP reverb. This is just beautiful, man. Look at this. I don't know how much more real do you want this to get. I mean, it's as real as it gets. Let me see something. Oh my God. Hold on. Am I gonna make it? Can I make it? We're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. Oh God. This is what I was afraid of. This is gonna turn out like that movie The Edge with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. What a great movie that was too, right? That Bart the bear, the grizzly bear, that Kodiak bear, and you know, his trainer Zeus did a great job on him. And you got Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins really did a great job in that film. So well written by David Mamet, and also directed by Lee Tamahori, who is a New Zealand film director. Did a great job on that film. The entire film was filmed on Alberta, in central Alberta, Canada, middle of nowhere out there. Great movie, The Edge. If you guys know, actually, it's free on YouTube. You can watch it right now. It's free. I would highly suggest to watch that movie. Dude, I'm not even in Nevada anymore. Oh my God. Where am I? I think I'm totally lost. Hold on. No, it has to be Nevada. It has no chance. I think we're in northern part of Nevada. I think that's where we at. Northern part of Nevada. Let me see. Good Lord. Where are we? God damn it. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Ah, look. Oh my God. Look at this. We're done. We're upside down. We're upside down. Well, that's it, man. We crashed. All right, let's go to main menu. All right, it's 2 o'clock, 2 in the morning, man. I think it's time that we end this live stream. It's been 3.5 hours. That's how I land, man. Upside down. That's the way I land, bro. I was looking at the map and I totally lost the sense of where I was, and then flipped upside down. Yeah. But it was a pretty good live stream. 3.5 hours, man. Where did time go, right? 3.5 hours. I had no idea, man. It's 2 in the morning. 3.5 hours. Look at that. 3.5 hours, just like that. Pretty cool conversations we had. And of course, look, what can I say about Flight Simulator? Flight Simulator is really an amazing simulator for anyone who loves avionics. It's the love letter for aviation. You know. But do you guys really want to see Las Vegas? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Do you guys really want to see it? Maybe I can squeeze 5-10 minutes. Let's see. I crashed here. Dude, Las Vegas, it's here. Dude. We're gonna check the Las Vegas at night. How about that? What do you guys have to say about that, huh? How about that? We're gonna check Las Vegas at the best time possible. Like 6:23 a.m. You guys are gonna love this shit. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's fly. You guys are gonna love this. Thank you, Green. I appreciate that. Well, that's the way I am, Just tell it the way it is. Call it the way it is, That's what it should be. Because if people are not being honest, then they're just living some kind of a different life. They're not living how do I say this without making sound like some kind of like what I'm trying to say is this. If you're pretending that you're someone else and you're like making up bullshit lies and saying stuff to make you look good, and people know that you're BSing, and they know that you are looking up and you're thinking, people can detect that easily. The bullshit meter, there's an old saying, bullshit meter. People can easily detect that. Just be, I never talk about something I don't know, everything I talked about on this live stream, it's something that I know, something I know well. If I don't know something, I will, okay, you tell me about it. I want to find out about you. Tell me about that subject. I want to learn. You have more experience. Tell me about it. I want to learn, And I think people should talk about stuff they're familiar with, things they understand. If I'm not familiar with something, I will not talk about it. Is that simple? But something that I'm familiar with, I will give my opinion on it with the facts. But
Las Vegas has snow volume 24 in type.
look at this, man. Look at this. This is so beautiful.
200 feet. Request clearance.
Here we go, Las Vegas. Look at this. Las Vegas, baby. There it is. Las Vegas is down there. You'll see in a minute. Hold on. Look at that. Las Vegas Strip. There it is. We're gonna have to get a little bit closer. We're gonna have to go down a little bit lower to check it out. Go to the Las Vegas Strip. But you know what I mean, guys. It's sometimes you have to just be true to yourself, and it's okay if you don't know something. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone knows everything. I want to learn about what's it like being a climber? What's it like being a trapper in the woods? What's it like being a hiker? How do you make a needle with a leaf? How do you actually make a compass with needle and leaf? I want to learn about that, to use it as a compass. And how does the compass work with the magnetic pull of the Earth rotation? You want to learn about, if something interests me, I want to learn about it, But sadly, some people, they don't learn. They just listen to sound bites, and they just they memorize the sound bites, and they go by the sound bites without even understanding what's the meaning behind that word. What does it even mean? And they just remember the sound bites. I gotta land the plane. I think you're right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna land the plane. Here we go. I'm gonna call it night. I promise. We're gonna do this. We're gonna land the airplane, and we're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna land the airplane. We're gonna do it right here, on this airport right here. Perfect. It's gonna be good.
118.125, no bombing 24. Bell is approach, no bombing.
We'll do it with the GoPro camera.
500 feet.
Let's do it.
No bombing 24 Dulles, approach continuous plan. Altimeter 29.92.
Everybody buckle up. Now is your chance to call your next of kin. Just record the message, send the message, because your phone might be broken if we crash. Just send them a message, tell them you love them, and tell them all the secrets, and be honest. If we land, you can delete the message, you know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Desperado's betting, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't bet. I'm going to pretend you weren't betting, Desperado. Because I'm going to land this thing. And I'm going to land it. I should be able to land this thing, man. Come on, man. What one man can do, another can do. We're going to land this thing. It will happen. We'll do it, man. We have to do it. We have no choice. I'm working on it. It's an Nellis Air Force Base. We gotta do this proper, man. We cannot screw it up. Are you guys nervous? Oh, man, I'm nervous, man. I'm like super nervous. I wonder how would I be driving a train. I always wonder about that. What's Mr. 4K like driving a train? I think I'd be good at driving a train. I don't know. I think it'd be okay. 9/11. Now the next one's gonna be comedy. Tomorrow we're doing tell him, Derek. Tomorrow is the Agent York, but he does talk about conspiracies. So yes, anything's possible with deadly premonition. You have to remember the deadly premonition. Anything and everything, it's possible. That's the beauty about the deadly premonition sequel, and we're gonna do that tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tell him, Derek. It's anything's possible. You guys are going to love it. Come on, Mr. 4K. Land this damn son of a bitch. Here we go. You can do it, brate. Hit it. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're going to be an embarrassment to the Air Force, man, if you can't land this damn thing. Don't be an embarrassment. You got this, bro. How about that? And we're going to park it right here. We're going to park it like this. There you go. I did it. I did it, man. I can't believe it. Look at that. Nice little... Hey, look. The game ended. How cool is that? And the game ended. How cool is that? Perfect. See? I did it. I did it, bro. They exited. Actually, they parachuted. They weren't... they weren't so happy about the Desperado $20 betting. They said, "Oh man, no, we gotta parachute this shit, parachute as soon as you can." We did it, man, and we did it with the GoPro camera on the wing, on the right wing. We did it with a GoPro camera, so it was pretty good, man. We did it. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna see you today, around 2:30, 3 o'clock the afternoon. We're gonna finally do Nintendo Switch. We're gonna do Deadly Premonition 2. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Yes, Desperado. Gotta love PC gaming. Well, but that was before. You know. We're talking about now. You were betting now. Me not landing. So, you know. Remember, Desperado. We got this thing called a transcript. It's all written down on a transcript. The facts. All right, guys. I'll see you today. I know Derek's been waiting for this. Even I've been waiting for this, man. Finally, it's February, and I did say February, and we're gonna do Agent York, Deadly Premonition 2. Oh, the PC crashed. Oh, well, that's a PC. We weren't betting on a PC. We were betting on me landing that plane. I landed the plane, so it's all good. I didn't crash. Now, if you said $20, his PC gonna crash, that's a different story. That's a different story. All right, see you guys today. Cheers. Be good. Always a pleasure. Had a great time. Like I said, I'm glad that my PC was even able to handle this much. This is a lot of pressure to bring these kind of realistic graphics for this little poor old RTX 2060. But I'm very impressed with the RTX 2060 Super that it's able to handle this. But eventually he couldn't do it anymore. Says enough is enough and crashed. All right, guys, 2:30 today, around 2:30. I'll see you in the afternoon. Deadly Premonition 2, finally. The second season of Deadly Premonition 2 continues today. Cheers. Be good, guys. Stay safe. Cheers. 2:30 in the afternoon, Derek. 2:30. But don't worry, I'm going to be playing for like 8 hours. It's going to be a long live stream. It's not going to be a short. So you'll be able to catch me. Don't worry. Even if you come later on, you'll be able to see me regardless, you know. I might push it till 11 o'clock, you know, or 10 o'clock, 11, something like that. From 2:30 till 10:30, 11. All right.